Good morning. It's 10 a.m. on a Wednesday. Oh, I was just playing with the Alexa Casino, and I've got one little thing that I've got to fix, but it's feeling pretty good. We're well on our way to having some success with this. I forgot to turn the lights on. Oh my goodness. It's been, it's one of those days. I was up way too late. I woke up way too early. There was an old man popularity contest last night that is still undecided. Yeah, good times. So let me turn on the lights. Alexa, start The Office Nonsense. That is more like it. Good morning, Hawk 2000. Good to see you. TeamView, good to see you. I'm kind of excited. I have a little bit of Funko news. So they make a series called Around the World, and in January they released the first one. They were going to do one every month. Hasn't been perfect, but it's been mostly every month. And they released this passport for Funko, and each one of the characters, the most recent one, represents the country of Canada, and looks like this. He's got maple syrup and a blue jay, and he's dressed like a Mountie. It's pretty cool. He's a beaver also. So that's the one I most recently got, but each one of these Around the World ones comes with a little enamel pin. And so inside the passport, look at these pins. These are awesome. You get these individual pins for each one. So there's 3 left. Obviously, we're in the second last month, and they still have 3 to go. But I think the plan was for them to get them all done this year. So we'll see if COVID disrupted that too much or not. But yeah, I was pretty pumped to get number 9 in the set, which is kind of cool. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was, I guess, streaming a little bit. I wanted to drop some exciting news on all of you. Let's go to the Twitter, and then I'll bring up my screen. Maybe we'll go to the Twitter. Hold on. So there we go. We're on the Twitter. So I don't know if you guys can see this very well. There's this guy named Danny Thompson that's on Twitter, and I have been following him. Startup related to these. These are actually pins. They you can see they actually clip right into the. I'll go back here. They actually clip right into the back, but these are actually pins. They're not stickers. They're made out of metal, but they're kind of cool, and they go on this little passport. And someone, as soon as they have all 12, I'm sure there will be a bunch of those on eBay that people will be selling for $100 or something stupid. I will not be doing that, but it'll be interesting to see what people do with that. So, with that being said, I want to talk about Danny Thompson for a minute. So, this guy is just a ball of positive energy. I started following him a while ago. He's only been on Twitter for about 2 years, but he used to, just be a guy that worked at a gas station or in construction. You can see some of that stuff down here. This is kind of his pinned tweet. But he decided he wanted to start being a programmer. So he started programming and he became a developer. And now he started working as a community leader. And then he has spoken all over the place. And what he's saying is that, like, if you want to be a developer, you can be a developer. And I'm really excited by his message and his energy. I've never met the guy. I've talked to him on Twitter a couple of times, but nothing super serious. And I reached out to him earlier this week because I would love to meet him. And I think I'm going to try and do more of this kind of stuff where I just reach out to people and say, hey, let's chat, let's talk. Including some of you, I think. And so tomorrow, during this stream, I will have Danny Thompson on at about 11 a.m. So I'll start at 10 o'clock and we'll start doing our thing and streaming and coding and doing all the stuff we normally do. And then at 11 o'clock, we're going to have him jump on and we'll chat and have a cool discussion about what he's done and how he's gotten there and all that kind of stuff. So that is, this is the first of what I hope is many kind of interesting people and conversations that we can have here on Twitch. So anyway, that's coming up tomorrow. So please tune in tomorrow. I'm really excited to have an opportunity to talk with this guy. And I think that we'll have a really great conversation. I'm really looking forward to it. So, okay, so that's that. I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about streaming. This is another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. I know that all of you have built some PCs. I've seen some conversations in the Discord and stuff about getting a custom PC. And I don't want to say anything. I don't know if my son watches this, but I got permission from work to get a new PC for streaming. And I feel like if I'm going to get a new PC, I should probably have something that is either expandable or already accommodates a pretty decent graphics card. And of course, based on the rest of my office, I would like it to have all the silly LEDs and light up and all that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping some of you can guide me. I would prefer to just buy something that's pre-made. I can build a PC, I just don't want to. I'd rather just get something that works out of the box. So, if you have any advice, guidance, tips, links, whatever, drop them in the chat, drop them in the Discord, send them to me on Twitter, whatever you got. I would really like to get some guidance because I don't want to spend the time to do all the research to figure out which graphics card I should get and which processor I should get. I don't really think about that stuff much anymore. I'm given a MacBook Pro every 3 years at Amazon, and I pretty much just roll with that. Good morning, LJ. Good to see you. I'm looking for advice on getting a new gaming PC and what you guys would recommend. I'm trying to keep it, if it goes over $1,000 a little bit, that's probably okay, but I don't want to be in the $1,500, $1,800, $2,000 range. That's too much. But I would like something that's going to last me quite a while and is expandable. One of the key needs that I will have specifically is that I have 2 capture cards in this current PC, and I'm going to rip those out and put them into the new one. So I do need space for both of the both of the capture cards that I'm currently running, both of the Elgato cards. So if you guys have ideas or links, I want something that glows. I want the fans to all have all the rainbow LEDs like the rest of my nonsense office. So I wouldn't say that's a deal breaker, but I would really like to see that stuff built in too. And I surfed through like Amazon and Micro Center and a couple of other websites, and I didn't find anything that screamed to me like, oh, this is the right thing. They were either way cheap, like $500-$600, which seemed too low, or they were $2,700, and that's way more than I want to spend. So I'm hoping that someone here has a really good feel for what I should get or what they would recommend. I've seen some PC PC parts picker lists going around. So if you guys have a recommendation, I would love to see it and be able to dive in. But I really want something pre-made, primarily because I'm going to expense this. And it's going to become a lot weirder if I have to submit like a list of parts, or as an example, I've had a friend of mine build a PC for me before, and I just kicked him like an extra $100 on top of the cost of the parts. But that's really hard to expense at work. So what I want to be able to do is go to a link and buy a thing. And I really have had good luck with Dell. I wonder if I could go to Dell Outlet. Is this still a website? It is still a website. Let's see what we've got here. I haven't looked at any of this stuff yet, but let's look at desktops and all-in-ones. Gaming desktops. You know what, Artron? I think you're probably right. Licking them is probably not a great choice. Yeah, so we see Dell bought Alienware, so you instantly end up with all these Alienware machines, which isn't really what I want. What I want is something that fits normal pieces, and I feel like Alienware is kind of customized. I don't know. But see, this is right in the ballpark. This is exactly the kind of price that I'm looking for. What I don't know is if this is good or bad or whatever. Startup, you're asking me questions I don't know the answer to. I want the fastest, most graphically capable machine I can get. You tell me what processor I want, or what GPU I need, or what video card I need. I don't know. I don't know any of the answers. I would love an SSD so we can boot fast and run fast. I'd even be fine with like the OS on like a terabyte hard drive. But I would like a beefy SSD to be able to run things from. So I know some things, and I used to build my own machines. It's just been 10 or 15 years since I've really done that. So NZXT. Let's go see what NZXT is. NZXT. Gaming PC products and services. Whoa, gaming PCs made simple. You guys are talking my language here. Gaming PCs made simple. Start. Ooh, look at all this stuff. Yeah, but see, this makes me feel like I'm going to build a PC. I want to get it. Get it with BLD. Maybe that's build. C builds. Do I need the GeForce RTX 30? I don't know. Oh, look at these prices. 2,000? I can't do 2,000. Startup, I would prefer Microsoft. Windows, yeah. I'm only interested in running Windows on this machine. I do not need multiple OSs. I can always run Linux subsystem for Windows if I really want to, but for the most part, I don't really need that kind of stuff on this machine. It's primarily a streaming box. I'd like it to also be a gaming box. But I live and breathe on this Mac, so this is where like anything interesting that I'm doing is happening here on this Mac, which is what the screen you're seeing is. But I don't know. Those seem like too much. So I was choosing C builds based on this brand new video card, which I don't think I really need. Start your PC. Pick your game. Ooh. I don't have a game per se, but I would like one that's very graphically heavy and relatively modern. Let's go 1440. Select up to 3 games. We'll say Apex. We'll say, is there like a Rainbow Six is pretty good. Call of Duty. We'll do those. I think this RTX is probably going to kick me a little bit. Milk Planet. I know Milk Planet. Good morning, Travis. How are you? Actually, I've been very tempted to send you and your son some baseball cards. And I have all of these awesome Dodger cards that I'm probably not going to use. And I thought, man, I bet they would appreciate them. Is that a worthwhile mailing, or are you going to be like, what am I going to do with all this cardboard? Let me know, because I may have some timeless between 1975 and today Dodger cards I could send your way. All right, I don't know how many I have. I mean, I have a whole database of stuff, but I think there's some stuff I can certainly part with, and I feel like they would be in good hands with you and your family. So, awesome. Yes, please. Build your own pre-built. What is this? Streaming PC. Maybe this is my winner. Choose color. Oh, I like white. I don't see a lot of LEDs in there though. I need some lights. Where's the glass? I got the one glass door. I don't want to just add this to my cart. Let's back it up. What if I say I have $1,500? Case, man, this is also small. Configure. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get some LEDs up in there. Do something that's bright and cheery like the rest of this room. Well, Travis, I'm so glad you're here, man. Thank you for the subscription and the follow. You're the man. I can't wait to get back to Seattle and like tackle you with a hug. It's been too long. 87 frames per second still seems pretty good. I don't know what this, like, do I need 220 frames per second? That seems like a lot. And I still officially need to get permission before I can send this message out. All right, so let's go back. Let's get focused. Anyway, Danny Thompson, as I mentioned earlier, he's going to be on the stream tomorrow as my guest. Really excited to chat with him. So please make sure you guys find your way back here tomorrow. In the meantime, what is it? I want to make sure that Travis is aware if you like a little gambling, you can do things like Poker 5, and it will play a game of video poker for you. Or you can say Slots 5. And look, I just lost 5 on the slot machine. So there's a slot machine, there's a video poker machine, there's also a roulette table, a roulette wheel, and you earn 1 coin every time you post a message in this chat. So you actually have earned yourself probably like 5 coins on top of the 100 that I give you the first time you show up. LJ, I will be on stream tomorrow at 10 a.m. He's going to join me at 11 a.m. So I'm going to start and stream and do kind of the nonsense we're doing right now, and then he'll join me at 11. So we'll just shift gears at that point on the stream. So yeah, that's going to be the plan. Am I going to be speaking at reInvent 2020? That is a really interesting question that I'm still working on the answer to. I think so. I think that I will be giving, like each year, I have given the State of Alexa keynote. I gave it last year at reInvent. And the main point of that presentation is basically to give you a high-level overview of everything that happened this year. Devices, releases, technology, all that kind of stuff. And my hope is that I get to give that talk again, but I have not gotten confirmation yet. So reInvent's kind of weird because it's online this year, and it feels like we just did. It feels like we just did Alexa Live, but that was in July. It is now November, so that was 4 months ago. So anyway, I hope so. We'll see exactly what goes on there. So anyway, so we've stared at this chat quite enough, I think. Let's see. We got a good pile of people here. I'm glad to see all of you. Also, another thing to keep in mind is that entries. We have 6 people in the raffle already today. We will be giving away an Echo Dot on this stream. So something to keep in mind as you're hanging out today is that maybe around 11, I will let you pick from the pile of devices behind me, and you can you win just by being here. You have already chatted in the chat, and so that is all it takes to enter. Travis, you can also check your balance by just saying balance, and it'll say I just happen to have 9,999,000 coins. But you can always check your balance to see exactly how many coins you have, but it'll tell you at the end of each transaction. Yeah, now there's prizes, Danny Thompson. I was just talking about you, man. I was telling everybody that you're going to be on here tomorrow, and I'm super excited to chat with you. And I know you and I were just talking about connecting on Skype later this afternoon to make sure that everything is set up. I will prepare you. I don't want to get to know you at all today. I want to save all of that excitement and energy for tomorrow on the stream. So I'm looking forward to connecting with you today and getting everything set up. But we're just going to get Skype set up and then hang up, because I want to make sure we get to meet and talk and have a great, let's call it an hour conversation tomorrow. I think it'll be fun. So, all right. So that is, it's, Ruyans, it's 2:15 a.m. there. So that would be in 40 minutes. So it's 10:20 a.m. from me right now. So 40 minutes from now, 24 hours and 40 minutes from now, Danny Thompson, who's here in the chat, will be here tomorrow morning, 24 hours and 40 minutes from now on this channel. Okay, that was a lot. We've gone through a whole bunch of things, and my next step is... people watch this stream, hang out, they'll gamble in the casino, all of that kind of stuff happens while people are in meetings. Isn't that what meetings are for? Is to watch somebody else's stream? I'm glad you're here, Danny. Thank you. Okay, so let's get into this. I have some work to do, and I'd like to actually get that work done. So the first thing that I've discovered is in my developer console, if I deal myself 5 cards, first, the 2-pair part at the top there, we need to data bind that so it actually shows what it actually is today. But you'll notice that my first card is missing. And if you could read this text down here, you'll see that that card should be the Jack of Hearts. So something about my reference to my image is broken, and I tried fighting with it. You can see I have S3 open here, and you can see that if I scroll down to my Jacks, that I called it the J of Hearts, and I think that's what it's supposed to be called. But I feel like we're doing something wrong. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to come into my code, and we're going to figure out what it is that I'm doing wrong. So we're going to look at the paths that we're actually sending out. So I'm going to go to, let's look at start poker intent. And in here, we're looking at these values, this result, suit name, and value.id. Startup wants to know if there's any Alexa quiz skills using APL. I am 100% certain that there is, including Jeopardy. But off the top of my head, I can't think of what they are. But yes, there are a number of them that are using APL to present all of their content. And in fact, once I'm done with this casino fully, which is probably not till like the end of the year, I plan on revisiting and rebuilding my trivia game. I built a trivia game probably about a year ago called TKO Trivia. I never published it because I ran into some barriers that I wasn't willing to solve. And a lot of those barriers have been removed for me, or I found better ways to do things. Like many of the ways that I craft my code now makes it much easier to manage that giant game. I was doing it very spaghetti-like prior. And so, I want to get back to visiting that trivia game because I've got, 2,000 some questions in that game, and a really fun engine and a fun way to play. So I'm looking forward to revisiting that trivia game too and actually getting it published because I did not succeed in that the first time. Okay, so let's turn that off. And now we need to look at what our results are. So what I think I just need to do is look at result.result. Actually, let's just do this. We have, well, that's the only thing I can really write out. So, okay, we'll do this. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to say console.log, and we're going to do result.result. And all I really care about is 0 in this specific instance, because, why are you freaking out at me? Yeah, that all looks fine. What is the squiggly for? Why you got to do that? Did I put a comma there accidentally? I don't know what you're screaming about. Okay, we're going to just do that. So let's come over here to this, and we're going to say bet 5 on poker. This should talk to me and tell me I already have a hand.
Oops. You already have an active game of video poker waiting for you. You wagered 5 coins. You were dealt Jack of Hearts, 10 of diamonds, 9 of spades, 5 of diamonds, and 3 of spades. Which cards do you want to hold?
And I feel like it didn't do that. So let's figure out why. So we got into the should write APL part. Maybe I need to refresh this service. Let's try that. Unexpected token. You really don't like that, huh? Why? It exists for sure. It's up here. Result. Oh, I know why. Because you don't like... So I got to do something like this. Const. I forgot. To do that kind of console log, you have to have just the base object. So we're going to say temp equals result.result 0. And then in here, I can say console log temp. I think this is a major limitation of that functionality, but it is what it is. So let's try starting our debugger again. And Milk Planet with the bits. Thank you, man. It should be noted, I don't know if you can notice like the stuff that's below my video, but any of the money that this channel makes, including the subscription you just dropped on me and the bits that were just thrown in, all of that stuff is donated to a charity called the STIR Scholarship. And it's a scholarship designed specifically to provide funding to women that are entering college in technical fields like engineering and computer science. And it's locally based here in Columbus. We work with a lot of them at local high schools. But that is awesome. Thank you so much for the donation. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Bet 5 on poker. JB Nunn is here. What?
Oops.
Good morning, Jeff Nunn.
An active game of video poker waiting for you. You wagered 5 coins. You were dealt Jack of Hearts, 10 of diamonds, 9 of spades, 5 of diamonds, and 3 of spades. Which cards do you want to hold? Okay, so the thing that we need to look at is you can see that the value we're getting here for our card, for our position 0 card, is that we're getting a suit dot name, which is hearts to lowercase. No, I'm doing that. And then value dot ID. That is the problem. Value dot symbol is what I need to pass through. It's no wonder it was looking for 11, 12, 13 instead of Jack, Queen, King. So this should solve that problem. Let's try that again. All right, we're running. Let's say bet 5 on poker. Hopefully the jack shows up this time. Oops. Yes. All right, sweet. Video poker waiting for you. You wagered 5 coins. You were dealt Jack of Hearts, 10 of diamonds, 9 of spades, 5 of diamonds, and 3 of spades. Which cards do you want to hold? Okay, so we now have our 5 cards. I want to demonstrate this just because you may not have seen this before, but this is how it works. So if I come in and I click on the jack as an example. You are not currently holding any cards. Well, you are about to drop the Jack of Hearts, 10 of diamonds, 9 of spades, 5 of diamonds, and 3 of spades. You can say deal to finish this hand, or you can continue holding cards. What would you like to do? What now? Okay, so I see the issue that I have, which is now I'm passing Jack into the hold, and what I really need to pass is 11. Boy, oh boy, there's always something. Okay, so now we're passing this symbol in. What I need to do is back this up, and then I need to add
symbol. And we're going to pass the symbol in also. Because what I'm ending up with is incompatibility across my data. So we'll just take this and we'll drop it here and make it a 1. And then we'll do the same thing here. And the same thing here. And the same thing here. Now there's a little bit more work that I have to do to make this happen. And in addition, I need to take all of this and also change it in a couple of other places, because I like to make things painful. So poker hold intent also has this same structure, and we're going to need to take this and change it also. Okay, and then we need to change our APL, which is way up here, poker.json, and we need to define a new property that's going to come in called symbol. So this is why I really just don't like the way APL works, but it is what it is. And this is going to be type string. Okay. And then down here where I define my URL, I just want to change out this to be symbol. I think that's all I need to do. Yeah, but making things painful is how I roll, Trav. So let's try this again. This time I think not only will the jack show up, but it will be clickable. Bet 5 on poker. So this calls into my...
Oops. Oh. You already have an active game of video poker waiting for you.
What did I do?
You wagered 5 coins. You were dealt jack of hearts, 10 of diamonds, 9 of spades, 5 of diamonds, and 3 of spades.
Symbol.
Which cards do you want to hold?
Start poker. I have a symbol. How did I break everything? It seems like the old ones should still have worked. Didn't expect to break everything. So I have suit value is held and symbol. I hope it's not a reserved word. I don't think it would be. And then I have result dot value dot symbol. And if we look at this thing that I'm writing out here, temp, I have value dot symbol, and I have that string there. How did I just blow everything up? I feel like maybe I blew up a comma or something. Oh, that's fun, W. Giorgio. You had Alexa say she can't access your skill right now. I wonder if it was just that your Lambda was cold. That can happen if you have a slow starting Lambda. If you're really the only one using it. I mean, in a normal world, when you have a skill and you have people using it on the regular, your Lambda never really goes to sleep. But if you're the only one using it and you let it sit for 8 hours, it almost certainly went to sleep. And then if it's slow to start, that could be why. But I would guess the second time it might have worked. What are we even doing here? I didn't get an error. At least I don't think I got an error. I did not get an error. So we're just not rendering our images very well. What if I do this? Bet 5 on poker.
Oops.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to see what the right out here is. Array.
You were dealt jack of hearts,
temp.
10 of diamonds, 9 of spades, 5 of diamonds, and 3 of spades. Which cards do you want to hold?
And I'm literally sending in for symbol. Result.result0 is that dot value dot symbol. What? What? All right. So I wish I could see what the URLs it's creating are, but I can't do that. I have these parameters. Let me stop the service, start the service, just to make sure I'm not caching something weird. This feels like I'm caching something weird. No, I cannot remove points from JB Nunn. I apologize. Bet 5 on poker. This really feels like it should work. Did I restart the service? I did. What are we doing? Now we're broken? Come on. I don't have time for this. Does anybody have time for this? This is nonsense. Behringer with the balance and the poker. Welcome. I know you lost 5, but welcome to the show. Let's do one of these. Oh, Behringer, thank you for the follow. I'm going to do a little entries just so you guys know if you're here and you participate in the chat, you are automatically entered to win a Echo Dot of your choice. Look at all the colors I have. It's fantastic. So entries tells me who is entered. You don't get additional entries. So just by having posted any message in the chat, you are automatically entered. We'll do a drawing here in about 25 minutes at 11 o'clock. And at 11 o'clock, of course, we will use the chatbot to decide who wins. And once the chatbot has decided who won, we will. I'll just ask the person that won to send me a DM here on Twitch or Twitter or email or however you want to contact me is fine. But I will need your choice, your color, as well as your mailing address. So, and then I'll drop it in a box. I have the box. Literally almost just fell off my chair. I have the box right here. These are free from the U.S. Postal Service, and they hold an Echo Dot really nicely. So I will drop it in the mail, hopefully today, and it'll be good. I just saw some things come through my phone, JB Nunn. Actually, I'm going to go check it. I am so not political on this channel. I try so hard. But we got to take a look because I thought I saw something interesting. Nope, nothing terribly interesting yet. So I thought I saw somebody say that Nevada, Wisconsin, and Michigan were called. You can see that Joe Biden is winning all 3 of those. Not by huge margins, but he is winning. And then Pennsylvania still has a third of the voting to come in. So if you figure there's 30% more votes to come, and we have 5.5 million votes already. A third of that is what, 1.7, 1.8, something like that. 1.8 million more votes to go. This could easily swing either way. They're only separated by 500,000. North Carolina is pretty much done, but again, they're only separated by 80,000 votes. And this one, they're only separated by 100,000 votes. But again, you talk about 6%. 6% of 5 million is still 300,000 people. That's well within the range that things could go. So anyway, this is exciting times, or not so exciting times, but it's probably going to be a little while. But if these 3 states alone, Nevada, Wisconsin, and Michigan, if those go Biden's way, Biden wins, and these don't even matter. But if Biden wins any of these 3, it's over. So interesting. But I'd seen a message come through on my phone, and I want to make sure that I didn't miss a win. Okay, so we're still not sure why, or did we actually? We never saw it resolve because it timed out. So let's refresh this. Google can't be wrong. They're showing the live Associated Press data. That is the data. That's what every TV station, everybody else is using. So there's no way to be more official than that specific page. All right. Are we going to work? My service not running? Oh, I have a breakpoint. When did I add a breakpoint? I didn't do that on purpose. Startup, I have seen your messages. The problem I have is that I can't buy more. I have to use these. And so I need to figure out how I'm going to get something to you in India. I also need to do the same for Gold Zulu. Gold Zulu won a little while ago, and we haven't connected on how I'm going to send him one yet. But I need to figure that out as well. And now I just can't even connect to my skill.
Took too long to respond.
Let's try it again. Come on. This should just work. There we go. My favorite sound. Are you going to work? I just saw the request come in. What are you talking about? It's right here. The request happened. Okay, well, what else can we do? Let's clear this and just see when we say this, does it flood in? Yeah. So why isn't it getting my response? I need to understand this question. This has my interest piqued. Will the USPS deliver a box to your house if you request it? I've bought you a variety pack of Texas salsa as a payoff for our Browns versus Cowboys bet, which, by the way, my Cleveland Browns beat the Dallas Cowboys soundly. And I'm just waiting on the right size box for my Amazon purchases. I'm not sure what you mean about USPS, though. Yes, I get deliveries from all the services. Those guys know me by name because we're here every day. There's something delivered to my house every day from Amazon. What P.O. box? Oh, how did you get that post office box? That is a great question. Let me share that with you guys. Jeff, this is fantastic. I'm about to blow everybody's mind that didn't know this exists. You go to USPS.com. And in here, you go to Mail and Ship. And then you choose Order Free Supplies. And then in here, not only do they have the box that I'm using, they have all sorts of different boxes, different sizes, different everything, and all of these boxes are free. So you just come in and you look for the box you need. So for example, I might say, I think they even have like sizes somewhere, but they have multiple pages, and all of this stuff, not only is it free, but they'll deliver it to your house because the post office is already coming to your house. So the box I'm using is not a flat rate box. It's a, let's see if we can find a better way to sort this. Free shipping supplies. Let's filter it down. And it comes like the next day, Jeff Nunn. It's awesome. If you're in a hurry, Oxygen Box is right. You can pick them up from the post office. But I like doing this because then I don't have to go to the post office. Especially in COVID times, I don't really want to go to the post office. I still go there what seems like at least once a week, but I don't like going there. So these are the flat rate ones. I don't really want those. Is there more pages? Yeah. I'll show you the actual box that I'm using if the internet wants to continue working with me here. It's none of these. I think it might be this one. No, that's too big. This guy. Priority Mailbox 4. And so you can get a pack of 10 or a pack of 25. They're completely free. And you just hit add to cart. You probably have to create a USPS account. If you don't already have a USPS account, you should. Because let me show you another thing that the post office is awesome about, which is under informed delivery. So under track and manage, there's this thing called informed delivery. If you guys don't know about this, I'm about to blow your mind. You create an account, you verify your identity by just telling them where you live and whatever, And then they send you an email every day. Let me see if I can. I'm going to jump off of this because I don't really want to show you all my email, but I'll show you a email. And informed delivery is fantastic. Informed delivery. I get one of these every day. Here's what it looks like. This is the mail that I get from the USPS. And you can see here that they've actually scanned all of my mail that they're going to put in my mailbox. And I can see what's coming. I know if a bill is there. I know if a check I'm waiting on is there, whatever. I can see pictures of all of them. And then I can also see packages that they're going to be delivering for me and where they come from. And so you can see that I've got 2 packages that are coming today, 1 that's coming on Friday. And you get an email like this, that's fine, whatever. If you guys want to send me stuff, that's fine. I'm not terribly worried about my address. If you guys want to come visit and ring the doorbell, have at it. So that is there's all my email too. Perfect. Okay, so anyway, the whole point of this is between getting the free boxes and getting the informed delivery, like the U.S. Postal Service is pretty baller. I'm pretty happy with some of the services that they're offering. And the fact that it's free also makes it super cool. I actually got an opportunity a year or 2 ago to go speak to the U.S. Postal Service because they want to be able to do a lot of that stuff via Alexa. And so we had a long conversation about how you could ask it about your packages and is something coming and could you track it and do all that kind of stuff. I also found out today, if you guys don't know this, this is something that I only recently discovered. PayPal multi-order shipping. This is something else I didn't know about. And in here, this is just a service inside PayPal, but it's all discounted shipping. And so I just did this today. If I look for purchased labels, this is a label I purchased today. And it was a smallish box, but it cost me $3 to send it out. It's discounted from the Postal Service, which means especially when you're selling stuff on eBay or whatever, you can tell them the USPS price and then use this to buy your labels, and you make a little margin on the postage too. So anyway, that is that. That is something else that I didn't realize. But if you're shipping stuff, you should check out it's called PayPal multi-order shipping, and yeah, pretty cool. Okay. So for whatever reason, our cards still aren't working, and so I can't even get the skill to launch right now. I think it should be working, but it's saying there was an issue processing your input. So let's stop debugging for a minute and see if that works. There's some noise.
Welcome to the Chatsino. You currently have 19,235 coins available. What would you like to do?
And then we should be able to say bet 5 on poker, and this isn't going to give me what I want. Yeah.
Oops. You already have an active game of video poker waiting for you.
User temporarily suspended. Drop your question in there, man. You don't have to let me know you have a question. Just drop it. Let me know what you got.
It's 5 of diamonds and 3 of spades. Which cards do you want to hold?
Okay, so this is the old version. This is the one that's published to my Lambda. So now we want to start up our debugger again. And it's running. And let's do that again. Bet 5 on poker.
Oops. You already have an active game of video poker waiting for you.
Yeah.
You wagered 5 coins. You were dealt Jack of hearts, 10 of diamonds, 9 of spades, 5 of diamonds, and 3 of spades. Which cards do you want to hold?
So, what? Start poker intent. This is where we're passing the data in. I guess I could drop a breakpoint like right here. And is a computer science degree worth it? Well, I think that fully depends on what it is you want to do. I'll give you my personal perspective on computer science degrees. Oh, you're going to Amherst. Nice. I have a personal opinion on this. If you are someone that likes programming and you firmly believe that all you ever want to do is be a programmer for some company or on your own or whatever, then I don't necessarily think that you're going to get the value out of a computer science degree. Because you're probably already programming, you probably know the fundamentals, you know how to learn and teach yourself how to program in a language. I don't think that you're going to gain a ton out of that. That being said, if you have aspirations to ever do anything else, manage a team, run a company, do anything other than just being a programmer, I think a college degree of any type is valuable. There are many things that you'll learn getting a computer science degree in college. A lot of the fundamentals, a lot of the full understanding about how code works and how it executes on a computer, and having that foundational understanding makes everything easier. It doesn't make it come naturally. You're still going to have a lot of learning and things that you're going to need to do on the job. One of the things that I tell anyone about getting into programming is that it doesn't matter what your education is. It doesn't matter how much you know or what languages you've used. Your career is going to be entirely focused on continuing to learn. It's not all that different from being a doctor or a teacher. It's just that we aren't required to take continuing education. If we don't continue our education, we just don't have a job. There were lots and lots of COBOL developers in the 80s and 90s. There are very, very few COBOL developers today. So one of two things happened. One, most of them found another language. They taught themselves, they learned, they grew. Or they decided, wow, I can't find a job as a COBOL developer anymore, and I don't want to learn anything else, so I'm going to go be a manager, or I'm going to go work at some other place, because that's just kind of how it goes. So I think a college degree doesn't matter to the degree. My degree is in psychology. I don't think the degree matters so much as the piece of paper. Having a college degree carries a lot of weight in your professional career. It doesn't matter where you graduated from, unless you went to like Harvard or Stanford or one of the top 5 schools maybe. It doesn't matter at all. No one cares where you went to school. No one cares what your GPA was. And I think that's an important thing to know. I don't know anything about the computer science program at Amherst or most schools, to be honest. But I know that, like, I'm in the process right now of looking at colleges for my daughter. She's 16. She is in her second AP computer science class. Really seems to be thriving and doing well in it. And so the initial schools that I'm looking at for her, like with her, are the University of Michigan, the Carnegie Mellon University, the University of Pittsburgh. Those are some of our starter schools. Those are going to be hard to get into, and they're also out of state, which means they're going to be expensive. But we live too close to Ohio State, which actually has a good program as well. We don't want to go to Ohio State, so that's too close to home. Part of going to college is going away. So we're also looking at like Miami University of Ohio. That's another possibility if we're looking to go in-state. And Case Western up in Cleveland is another option. So there's a few schools that we're definitely looking at, but I've heard good things about Amherst as a college. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but it's a liberal arts school from what I recall. And so liberal arts schools are generally meant to prepare you for future education, getting your master's, getting your PhD. But I don't think that they necessarily are designed specifically to kick you out of school and be like, oh, I'm fully employable. I think that liberal arts give you a very good generalized education. I don't know what Common App essay is. We're only just getting started. She just started her junior year of high school, so we're in the process of figuring all this stuff out. But I don't know what that is. We're based here in Ohio, by the way, if that isn't clear. I already doxed my address a couple times today. So I think the key of anything is if you want to be a programmer at any point in your career, you need to be able to teach yourself how to do it. That is an invaluable skill that you will use over and over and over in your career, for sure. There are a lot of people that I've worked with in many jobs across many industries where they are somebody that works in marketing or accounting or something, and you don't necessarily have to do a lot of learning. You just need to know how to crunch the numbers and do the same thing in and out. And once you know the stuff, there's not really more to learn or more to know. And that is absolutely not true for programming. If you want to be a software developer, you're going to be learning every day something new. That's actually why I do all this streaming, is so that I get an opportunity to learn new things all the time. But learning to learn is 100% key, really, for anything, but it's especially true in the programming world. All right, that's my little soapbox on learning and education. Glad you guys got a piece of that. None of my cards are showing up, and it's making me angry. So we didn't hit this breakpoint. Let me try hitting this one more time. If I say bet 5 on poker, I should hit this breakpoint. And we did. So I should be able to step down through this. Nope. Nope, I screwed it up. Let's just go past.
Oops. You already have an active game.
Do it again. So if I roll over this, result 0, result 0. Come on. Can we do this? Nope. Okay, we're doing the breakpoint in the wrong place.
You already have an active game of video poker waiting for you. You wagered 5 coins. You were dealt Jack of Hearts, 10 of Diamonds,
Shut up.
9 of...
Okay. Hit our breakpoint. So this one, we should be able to see all of it. Result. Dot result. Suit.name, suit.value, .symbol. What doesn't make any sense to me here is that it shouldn't matter that I'm passing symbol in or not, because let's call this value again.
The requested skill took too long to respond.
I know. It's my favorite noise.
Welcome to the Chatsino.
Bet 5 on poker. Here we go. Just go past.
Oops. You already have an active game of video poker waiting for you. You wagered 5 coins.
What?
You were dealt Jack of Hearts, 10 of Diamonds, 9 of Spades, 5 of Diamonds, and 3 of Spades. Which cards...
How about this time? Okay, we're back to working. So my numbers are coming through. And that's because I am in my thing here. I'm taking the value. But what I actually want is the symbol. What are the symbols here? Maybe the thing I'm missing is, what are the symbols for the other numbers? Like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, King, Ace. That's what I'm seeing. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know what else I can do with that. So if we look at this, we're passing in the symbol. I can see what the symbol was. Value.symbol. It's a jack. What if we just do that? Maybe I'm overstringing it or something. I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. don't know if it's a type collision or what the issue is. Nope, that's not solving it. But if I look at the value that I'm getting this symbol jack. What? All right, let's try this one more time. If I come in here and look at cards, no, I can't do that, can I? Result dot 0 dot value dot symbol is a J. And I pass that in here. And I have a value called symbol, which is a string. And then I put that symbol here. Start poker. Okay, so let's do dot to lowercase. I don't think this will matter whatsoever, but we'll try it. I'll also return this to that state. I don't know why any of this would matter, but... And then if we go look at my file, the one I'm trying to hit, which is this Jack of Hearts, we can come in here, we can rename it, and we'll rename it to J of Hearts, lowercase, I just can't for the life of me figure out why this isn't working. And it's 11 o'clock. We were going to do a thing at 11 o'clock. You guys ready to give away an Echo Dot? Entries. We have 12 entries today. 12! That's amazing. So because we have 12, I'll give everybody else a chance. It says we have 24 viewers. So if anybody is watching and you haven't posted a message in chat, all you have to do is say hi, whatever, automatically enters you into the raffle. And then I will send you an Echo Dot if you win. So Spotagus, welcome. Q311, thank you for being here. Let's check it. Entries. We're still at 12. So everybody just gets one entry. If you've posted a message in chat, you are entered. You don't get multiple entries for multiple messages in chat, just the one. And we have 12 entries. So are you guys ready to give this away? You're not in the list? QU311? Why are you not in the list? ENTRIES. Do I have you excluded from the code? No. This is a list of people that are excluded from winning because they have won before. Well, let's look at some data. That is a great call out. So if we come into here and we look at RaffleBot, we look at all of our messages that we've gathered, Q311 is right there on November 4th. Why would you not be coming through? And am I missing anyone else? It's a really good question. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Let's see what happens when I do entries. How are you not in that list, Q311? I just don't know. I don't even understand. Oh, they do have a limit, but we're not even close to the limit on most of this stuff. I don't really understand why it's excluding you. It's a pretty simple query. So if we look at our data, which is somewhere, we'll do a unique count and we'll filter down where timestamp is today. I see 19 unique entries. It does seem rigged, doesn't it? If I look at, it's on the tab next door. All right, we got to do a little bit of looking here. So I'm gonna go here for a moment so that we can figure out what's going on with our query. So we're gonna have this file that you can't see, get entries for today. Let's turn that on. Okay, so I've rebooted the chatbot. I need to post a message in the chat. And then let's take a look at what's going on. I know you guys can't see this. Okay, so my query is somehow not finding your name based on the query that I wrote. So let's take a look at the query I wrote. I am only... There's no data in there that would... Spartacus isn't in there? I wonder why. Very clever political jokes. What could be wrong here? Okay, so if I come back and look at this day, I mean, it's not even... So let's look at Spartacus. Oh, I wonder if... No, it'll bring back more than 10 records. TeamView, Hawk 2000, Behringer, Mr. Smoofy, JB Nana. Where can I find one of your records in the database? That's the real question. This is very curious to me, honestly. Because I am seeing all of this data here. I wonder if there's a limit on how many records it's sending me. This is so simple. Like there's nothing terribly interesting at all about what I do here. I can even just show you guys. Like this is my query against my table. I have a table called messages, which we can see here. This is the messages table. And I'm saying I want you to filter so that if the timestamp is the same day as today, and today is their server, then get me all the records. That's possible, QU311, that you're in a different day, but if we look at the data, you can see that I'm using UTC for everything. And so you are here. Your records are showing up. Today is November 4th. Everybody else's records are also tagged as November 4th. This is why you use UTC, so that everything is set up exactly the same way. Yeah, I mean, if I filter down to his username, I can see that they're in here. Oh, you mean in my actual thing? Let's do that. Username contains QU311. And you can see these are all the records that I have specifically for you, QU311. I've never run into a number of records limit before. I don't actually think that's the issue. Let's change our query and say, and username. I gotta get another %3D. QU311, comma. See what that gets me. Entries. Well, that's even crazier, that you are somehow there now, but yet I told the query, oh, never mind. Well, somehow you're there now, but I actually didn't change my code. So if we do this, and then we do this, today's raffle lunch. See, I've limited my query to just be QU311, and it finds you. So now if I come back here and I change my query again, we get rid of this piece because we don't want just QU311 to win. And we take that out, and then we start the service again. Then this time, entries. All right, now who was the other person that said they weren't in there? And the question is, are you in there now? Spotagus still isn't in the list. What in the world? Okay, let's do the same thing for Spotagus. Nothing like and there you are. So the rest of the query is working just fine. All I've done now is limit it down to your username. So let's go back one more time. I don't know how this could possibly be the issue, but let's take that out again. Whoop. And then stop and start the service. And try one more time. And he's still not in the list. Spot, I guess, is not in the list. What if I add a sort order to it? I don't really want to do that, though. I don't understand how someone can be missing. I currently have... You're in my data. You should be showing up. No questions asked. All right, let's try one more thing. This is all of the messages that I've gotten since we started streaming. We've 363 messages that have come through. So let's do a... How can we play with this? Console.log raffle entries. We'll just dump this out and see what we get. See if we're actually getting all the records. Maybe there is a limit on how many I can get. This really doesn't make any sense, though. So let me... let's do this another way. So I'm making my life npm run dev. It makes my life a whole lot easier. Okay. So now we have 365 messages, and if I come in and say entries, I didn't even see that. Why didn't that come through? Get entries for today. Yeah, I'd be happy to go over the local debugging again. That'd be awesome, actually. I don't understand how my query can be wrong. I also don't understand why I'm not hitting this console log. No, it is working. That's definitely working the way I expected to, Mr. Smoofy. But I don't understand why it's not hitting the endpoint. Entries. Oh, I'm not well, I should still log that because I get in here. Oh, okay, never mind. If the message is raffle, what I want is the messages, so I wasn't putting it in the right loop. Okay, let's try that again. ENTRIES. Okay, now we should be able to see. We've got hundreds of records. I don't really care how many there are. What I care about is or the values in them. Length. All right, one more time. This is dumb. I guess this is the price of being popular. Like we've got more people in the contest now, which is great. So I'm getting 100 records back. That's why. So it's only giving me the first 100 records. That's something I didn't realize it would do. Well, let's see if we can change that. I don't know if we can, but we'll try. Airtable, CodePen, this thing. And I think we can just say max records. We'll just say 500. I just want to see if I slap this on there. I wonder if it's using 100 as the default, and I wonder if I can extend that to be higher. Let's see. I'm sorry, what? Oh, I don't need the question mark. I need an ampersand. Okay. Still only getting 100. So that is my issue. I am trying to pull back all the records and then find the uniques from those records. And what I need to do instead is just somehow find a way to pull the uniques. Man. Yeah, there is no distinct on this query, unfortunately. I wish there was. So if I filter this down, add filter, and username is, but that's like a value. I don't think I can do like unique. How else could I do this? It's only going to give me the first 100 records, huh? I don't believe that there's a way for me to just say, like, give me all the unique ones. There is a unique somewhere in here. Array unique. All right, let's see if we can modify our database a little bit. Maybe we could just query something different. So if I have users, this isn't what I want. But what I want to do is I don't even care about that. Let's make this a date field. No, let's make it a formula. And the formula is going to equal today. Can I do that? Awesome. Okay, so now that I've done that, and this is going to be today. That's a field that I've created that is today. And this, I think, should just roll day by day. Then I should be able to do a roll-up field where I say, I want to, I got to create a link. Then can we do a lookup? Is that instead what I want? A lookup. I have to link a field for that too. Yeah, but then I have to like that runs into some messy things. So let's try that. If we try doing link to another record and we say messages, save. And then I link this to, see, now I'm linking to individual records. That's what I'm trying to avoid doing. Um, Yeah, but to do that, Mr. Smoothie, well, what I'll end up having to doing, and this end up having to do, and this is just a little engineering work. It's not the end of the world. Is that when you post a message, now I need to check the database, see if you exist in a user table. If you don't, insert you into the user table so that I have an object reference that I can link together. It won't let me just insert records into messages using the API, and if you don't exist, it'll auto-create it for you. That would be glorious, but it doesn't seem to work that way. I tried that the last time we were working on this. So then I've got to write a bunch of code to check, see if you exist. If you exist, insert you, and then go ahead and insert the message record, which again, in the end of the day, isn't that bad. It's just nothing I want to do right now. So how else can I do this right now? Because I'd really like to give this device away, and then I got to go. Can I just do like a formula here? Maybe we can do this with a formula. Formula equals array unique, and I want to say I can't refer to another table without a link. What if we do this and we link to messages? Save. And we well, here, let's just do this. I think I can just do this. Group by this field. And then collapse all. Can I do that? Collapse all. So now I have my names. And I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's about the number that I would expect. Oxygen box, that would be really nice. Yeah, you can see like it includes the offset, but then I have to keep looping and continue making more calls until I get all the messages. That's still gross. I mean, I understand why they limit it to 100 records. And I will engineer my way around this. It's just not going to happen right now. Okay. So I guess we'll just do it the old-fashioned way for today because I really want to give somebody a device. Random.org. And then I'll have to work on this chatbot to get it more robust for all the chatting we've been doing. I think, honestly, if TeamView and Nightmare Assistant would just chill, we would have fewer messages, but that is not a solution. So I have 1 to 19. So just so you guys know, this is how it's going to work so we can be official about this. F. Boucheros is here. Welcome. We're in the process of running a raffle, and we've got a bunch of people showing up. All you have to do is post a message in the chat, and I'm going to be giving away an Echo Dot. So I'm glad you guys are here. Welcome, welcome. We now have we have more numbers now. Now have 23. So I'll give you 1 minute. If you're rating right now and you want to be able to be entered to win an Echo Dot, now's your time. Post a message in chat. You're automatically entered. I have 25 entries right now. There's a couple of people that are not eligible, but I don't have a good way to take them out, so we'll just decide that they don't win if that happens. You guys can see that I do have a small pile of devices here behind me. I'm giving one of those away. All you have to do is enter a message in the chat, Surly Dev. You are already entered. So we have 27 entries. You can see that your name is right here, Surly Dev. We have a chatbot that could do this, but we just found out that I only get the first 100 records back from the database, and we've already had like 400 messages in chat. So, yeah, guess we're going to have to just go the old-fashioned way. So we have 28 entries right now, and I'm going to go over to random.org and change my number to 28. Make sure that number is correct before I push the go button. 28. No more entries. If you're not entered now, you are not in. I'm going to hit generate, and if you live outside the United States, we'll have to figure out something creative. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And the number was 3. So, let's see who number 3 was. Beldathos. Are you still here, Beldathos? Beldathos, please reply if you are in the chat still, because you just won yourself an Echo Dot. Congratulations. Awesome. So, Beldathos, all I need you to do, first tell me, are you based in the United States? Congratulations to you as the winner today. And I need you to send me a DM with your mailing address and your choice of color. I'll give you a quick rundown. I have the Echo Flex, which is this device. You just plug it into the wall and you're off and running. I have Echo Dots, which are these. Here we can go this way. That is the Echo Dot. So this is the charcoal one. You can see the color there. But I also have gray. This is the gray color. I have white, which looks like that one. And I have, oh, you're based in France, Beldathos. Well, I'm still struggling to figure out how to send these internationally without spending $700 to do it. So we'll have to chat about that. But this is the burgundy one. I think at some point I'm going to have to lock this down and make it U.S. only, but we'll figure it out. We'll figure something out. So that is the burgundy one. So what I need from you, Beldathos, is I need your mailing address, for name and mailing address in a chat. I need your choice of color, and then we'll figure out how to handle the rest. So just send me a private message, a whisper here on Twitch, and we'll get that rolling. So congratulations to you. Thank you guys all for your participation today. Please don't forget, tomorrow morning, same time, we're going to start at 10 a.m., but at 11 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. So about 23 hours and 30 minutes from now, almost exactly a day from now, I am having a guest on here. His name is Danny Thompson, and he is somebody that is incredibly energetic and excited about development and getting into software development as a career. And I am anxious to get to meet him and know him. I've never spoken to him before in my whole life, and we're going to meet for the first time on stream here tomorrow. So please tune in for that. I think you guys will all have a lot to gain by the conversation that we're going to have. So I'm really looking forward to this. Tomorrow's going to be a great day, and thank you guys all so much for being here. I will see you tomorrow.